Snake Wife. Once upon a time, there was a man who was a charcoal burner. He was a warm-hearted man, but very poor, so he couldn't afford to have a wife. One day, he lit his charcoal kiln and then found a big snake inside. Oh, that is not good. He put out the fire immediately and got the snake out of the kiln. Are you all right? You were almost to be burned to death. He looked at the snake and said gently, Wait, you are the snake I often see in the mountains. Well, don't get into the kiln again. He let the snake go into the bush. On that night he helped the snake, a beautiful young woman came to his door. I often see you working hard in the mountains. I decided to ask you if you could take me as your wife. Could you please? I am very happy to hear that. But as you see, I am a poor man. Don't you mind? No, I don't, said the young woman firmly. Well, if you are all right with it, I'll be happy to have you as my wife. Thus, the young woman became a charcoal burner's wife. The wife worked like a bee, so little by little, they began living comfortably. Sometime later, the wife got pregnant. The man thought he was blessed. In the fullness of pregnancy, the wife asked him to promise her one condition. I am going to deliver our baby now, but please don't look into the delivery room until I call you. Okay, I promise you. The man replied, even though it was a bizarre request. As he heard the first cry of the newborn baby, he was so excited and he opened the door without thinking. Oh, what? You are the... He couldn't believe what he saw there. There was a big snake laying in a coil, and she was licking the newborn baby with her tongue. The snake transformed into the wife figure instantly and said sadly, I asked you not to look until I called you in. I am a snake in real life. I was living in a pond near your kiln. I fell in love with you and married you. Now I have to leave because you saw my real nature. When our baby wants milk, please let him suck this ball. I am going back to the mountain now. The wife put the baby down with a crystal-looking ball and ran away from the house. After the mother left, the baby grew fast by sucking the ball. That is a magic ball. It makes the baby grow quickly and healthily without mother's care. People whisper to each other. Soon, the rumor reached our Lord. I want that ball. Go and bring it to me. The greedy Lord ordered his man. The Lord's men came to the house of the charcoal burner. They snatched the ball from the baby and left. Without the ball, the baby kept crying for milk. The charcoal burner didn't know what to do and headed for the pond in the mountain to see his wife. My wife, please come out and give the baby milk. The Lord took the ball and the baby is crying for milk. Just then, the snake wife in a human form came out of the pond with her eyes closed and handed a new ball to him. It is very painful to hear my baby crying. This ball is very precious, but I give it to you. Soon after the baby sucking the new ball, the baby stopped crying and laughed cheerfully. Heartless and greedy, the Lord took the ball from the baby again. The baby started to cry for milk. Worrying about the baby, the charcoal burner went to the pond and told his wife what happened to the bowl. His wife said sadly, with her eyes closed, "The bowls are actually my own eyes. I took them out and gave both to you, so I don't have any more." "That's why you are blind now. What a horrible thing to do, even though it's for the baby." Holding the baby, he cried desperately along with the baby. Then the wife transformed herself into the big snake and said with a furious anger, "I can never forgive anybody who makes my loved ones cry. I am going to get revenge on this Lord and his man. For your sake, please live here and move to the high land of the mountain. Take care of our baby." The wife, in the big snake form, jumped into the pond, and a strange phenomenon occurred. The water of the pond started to rise like a mountain and spilled over its banks. The charcoal burner held the baby tightly and went up to the mountain. Looking back, he saw the flood run into the lower land where the castle stood. The water reached the castle and instantly swallowed it with the Lord and his man. Just like that, they were all gone. The end.